It's about to be cut off because I took my credit card off because I found out that Towanda has been using my credit card to pay her phone bill.
My phone bill?
I just thought that everybody would be, you know what I'm saying, happy and excited and wanting to be a part of it and want to be involved, but I'm not getting any of that, and that makes me sad.
What happens when the drama you've been watching on reality TV suddenly hits the federal level? Towanda Braxton, once known for her fiery personality on Braxton Family Values, is now facing scrutiny that could have real legal consequences. It all started with what seemed like a simple family squabble, credit cards, phone bills, and a disputed $35,000 loan, but quickly spiraled into allegations that the FBI is investigating potential bankruptcy fraud. Social media exploded when fans noticed the timing of Towanda's financial disclosures, and old reality TV moments resurfaced in ways no one expected. What was once just sisterly shade may now be evidence in a federal case, and questions are swirling. Did Tamar Braxton quietly hand over proof to authorities, or is this just bad luck colliding with old family secrets? The lines between reality TV and real-life legal battles have blurred, and the fallout could change the Braxton legacy forever. It all started with something as simple as a phone bill. Fans began noticing strange activity. Towanda allegedly using Tamar's credit card to cover multiple phone lines for years. At first, it seemed like petty family drama, the kind reality TV thrives on. But the receipts and social media posts painted a more serious picture. One fan even compiled screenshots showing repeated payments, sparking questions. Was this just careless, or was there something more deliberate going on? Things escalated when Tamar's name appeared as a creditor in Towanda's 2019 bankruptcy filing, listed as owing $35,000. Towanda insisted it was a gift, but investigators flagged that discrepancy as a potential false declaration, a serious federal offense. Suddenly, what looked like everyday sibling bickering became a possible paper trail of fraud. Fans couldn't stop debating online, tagging Tamar, speculating whether she had tipped off the authorities, or if the timing was just too convenient. Even small details from old Braxton Family Values episodes began to take on new weight, like the time Tamar confronted Towanda about paying the down payment on a home. Lines that once felt like playful shade now seemed like literal evidence. And just when it looked like the drama couldn't get any more complicated, insiders claimed that those long-term phone charges were just the tip of the iceberg, hinting at a deeper web of financial manipulation. But that wasn't the whole story. What came next would start connecting old reality TV moments to potential federal crimes. Towanda Braxton's 2019 Chapter 7 bankruptcy filing has become the center of serious scrutiny. What was once a financial misstep now carries the potential label of fraud. Federal investigators are reportedly looking closely at her disclosures, particularly the $35,000 that she claimed was a gift to Tamar. If it was misrepresented, it could qualify as a false declaration under federal law, which is no small matter. A single line on a bankruptcy form can make the difference between a routine filing and a federal offense. But the scrutiny didn't stop there. Towanda allegedly transferred her Georgia property to her husband's name shortly after filing. Insiders say this move raised eyebrows because it might have been an attempt to hide assets from the bankruptcy trustee. What makes it more complicated is that Tamar allegedly paid the down payment for that home, a fact she even mentioned on camera. That seemingly casual reality TV moment, Tamar saying, "I know where you live because I paid the down payment," suddenly looks less like shade and more like a statement of proof. Fans quickly connected the dots, seeing a pattern between televised arguments and actual legal evidence. Federal investigators reportedly subpoenaed credit line records tied to Towanda's accounts, uncovering months of recurring phone charges and other payments under Tamar's name. This trail of transactions is what turned what appeared to be petty family drama into a potential federal case. The combination of misreported liabilities, transferred property, and documented payments has created a web that could trap Towanda if authorities determine there was intentional concealment. Even small details from old episodes are now being re-examined. Lines once meant as sarcasm or shade, like mentions of gifts, payments, and property, have become crucial in understanding the full scope of the alleged fraud. Reality TV fans are now watching closely, wondering if the show's receipts might literally be used as evidence. Towanda's financial choices, once hidden behind on-camera drama, are now under the harsh light of federal review, and the stakes have never been higher. Towanda Braxton's legal troubles didn't start with her 2019 bankruptcy filing. Back in 2005, she was arrested in Atlanta for forgery and theft by receiving. At the time, it seemed like a closed chapter, quietly fading from public attention. But now, in light of the FBI's current scrutiny, that old arrest has resurfaced, suggesting a possible pattern of financial mismanagement or misconduct. For investigators, past behavior can be a red flag, and every detail matters when examining the integrity of financial disclosures. Fans quickly noticed the timing of recent social media activity. Just days before the federal audit allegedly hit Towanda's files, Tamar posted a series of cryptic tweets that many interpreted as frustration with her sister's financial decisions. These posts, combined with past incidents, have led fans to speculate whether Tamar might have played a role in alerting authorities, or at the very least, had proof ready when investigators came calling. The social media chatter turned into a full-blown conversation about family loyalty, betrayal, and accountability. Even small incidents that once seemed trivial are now part of a bigger picture. For example, repeated phone charges under Tamar's name, old arguments over loans, and public confrontations on Braxton Family Values episodes are all being revisited. Lines that were once taken as reality TV drama now appear as breadcrumbs in a potential federal investigation. Fans are piecing together timelines, receipts, and statements, asking whether the patterns are coincidental or intentional. The question on everyone's mind is simple but haunting. Has this been a recurring cycle of mismanagement that finally caught up with Towanda, or is this an isolated event blown up by scrutiny in social media? Either way, the combination of her past legal issues and the current allegations paints a picture of a family entangled in financial disputes that go beyond typical sibling drama. Reality, it seems, has a way of turning old patterns into present consequences. Tamar Braxton has always been the outspoken sister, and in this story, her role might be more significant than fans realized. According to insiders, Tamar allegedly cooperated with investigators, providing proof of payments and financial correspondence that could directly impact the FBI's case against Towanda. What looked like petty reality TV arguments, lines about down payments, and unpaid debts now appear as concrete evidence in a federal investigation. Fans are divided, wondering if Tamar acted out of self-protection, a desire for justice, or something closer to revenge. Old Braxton Family Values clips have taken on a new meaning. Moments where Tamar confronts Towanda about money, like the line, "I know where you live because I paid the down payment," are no longer just television drama. They could be literal evidence of financial discrepancies. Social media exploded with speculation, with some fans praising Tamar for doing the right thing, and others accusing her of betraying her sister. The debate over intention versus necessity keeps viewers glued, trying to parse fact from family tension. Even beyond finances, emotional betrayal is part of the story. Fans recall rumors about Tamar's complicated relationships within the family, and lines from reality shows that once seemed like gossip now feel like pieces of a puzzle showing hidden conflicts. The combination of money, property, and on-camera confrontations has turned long-standing family tensions into something much bigger, a federal-level investigation that blurs the line between public spectacle and private accountability. And yet, questions remain. Did Tamar simply hand over evidence, or was she pulled into the investigation? Could her cooperation prevent her from facing legal trouble herself, or is it part of a strategy to distance herself from Towanda's alleged actions? The suspense is palpable, and viewers can't look away. With every resurfaced clip and leaked receipt, the story grows more intense, leaving the audience to wonder how loyalty, betrayal, and truth intersect in a family once celebrated for unity and music. Toni Braxton, usually the family's peacemaker, has been noticeably distant. Throughout this unfolding saga, fans quickly picked up on subtle cues, missed events, canceled appearances, and silence on social media that suggest she's intentionally keeping herself removed from Towanda's legal and financial troubles. While on-camera drama once brought the sisters together, real-life stakes have created a new kind of divide, and Toni seems determined to protect both her reputation and finances. One moment that caught fan attention was a viral clip of Toni canceling on Towanda's event over the phone. At first glance, it appeared to be about scheduling, but fans argue it was more about strategy than convenience. With the FBI reviewing Towanda's financial records, any connection, even indirect, could drag Toni into the investigation. Observers suggest that pulling back from family ventures, joint projects, and shared accounts is a calculated move to avoid potential fallout. The shift in family dynamics is striking. Trina, once vocal online with family selfies and hashtags celebrating sisterhood, has stayed silent. That absence speaks volumes in a family once defined by public displays of unity. Fans are piecing together these behavioral changes, interpreting them as signs of a deeper rift caused by trust issues and fear of entanglement in legal matters. Tony's distance also underscores the emotional toll of the situation. Beyond the legal implications, there's the sense of betrayal and disappointment that comes with seeing longtime family bonds tested. Where the Braxtons were once America's image of sisterhood, these developments reveal a family navigating fear, strategy, and self-preservation. Fans are left wondering if the legacy of loyalty can survive, or if the combination of federal scrutiny and internal distrust will permanently alter the dynamics between the sisters. Towanda Braxton's financial troubles didn't end with phone bills and property transfers. Insiders now claim that investigators uncovered a much deeper web involving her skincare business and offshore transfers. Reports suggest that a portion of the company's revenue was allegedly routed through a consultancy firm under her husband's name. The move may have been intended to shield assets from federal scrutiny, but instead, it appears to have drawn even more attention from prosecutors. Fans immediately began connecting this alleged scheme to the Georgia home transfer. By putting the property under her husband's name, Towanda might have thought she was protecting the couple's assets, but investigators reportedly flagged it as a potential multi-year concealment effort. Every step, from the business revenue to the property deed, is being examined for intent to mislead or hide finances. What seemed like clever planning now carries the risk of serious legal consequences. Meanwhile, reality TV moments that once seemed trivial are gaining new significance. Conversations and confrontations caught on camera about loans, down payments, and household expenses are being looked at as pieces of evidence that could establish patterns of financial misrepresentation. Social media users are combing through old episodes, highlighting lines that now seem less like shade and more like documented proof of questionable activity. The stakes are high. Federal prosecutors are reportedly reviewing all related transactions and could pursue charges if they determine Towanda intentionally attempted to conceal assets. Fans speculate that the investigation could even expand to others linked to these accounts, including Tamar or Tony, depending on what documents surface. The combination of offshore transfers, property maneuvers, and public records has turned what started as family drama into a full-scale federal inquiry. As the story unfolds, viewers are left watching the Braxton empire, once built on talent and unity, facing the consequences of financial secrecy and alleged manipulation. And yet, despite all this, some insiders claim the worst may still be ahead, with further revelations and legal twists waiting just around the corner. The fallout from Towanda Braxton's alleged financial misconduct has sent shockwaves far beyond the family. Social media erupted when news of the FBI investigation surfaced, with fans dissecting every old reality TV clip and public statement for hidden clues. What once felt like entertainment, sisterly disputes, shade, and petty arguments, now reads like a blueprint of alleged federal offenses. The Braxton name, long associated with talent, unity, and fame, is suddenly entangled in legal scrutiny that could redefine their legacy. Fans have been especially focused on the emotional impact. Tony's cautious distance, Tamar's alleged cooperation with authorities, and Trina's silence have all signaled that the family is more fractured than ever. Public perception is shifting, where audiences once celebrated their sisterhood, now questions of loyalty, trust, and betrayal dominate discussions. Every joint project or family appearance is being viewed under a microscope, with some speculating that federal investigators could even question Tamar or Tony if their names appear in financial documents. The financial details add another layer of tension. Court filings reportedly show Towanda's assets at $277,000 against liabilities of $547,000, including a $50,000 Tesla she was allegedly still driving on the show. Fans reacted immediately, questioning how someone with so little cash could maintain such a lifestyle. Coupled with long-term phone line charges and the alleged misrepresentation of loans as gifts, the public sees a pattern that threatens to overshadow their music and television achievements. Ultimately, the Braxton legacy is at risk not just financially, but emotionally and culturally. What was once a celebrated R&B family brand is now associated with betrayal, federal investigation, and online chaos. Fans are left wondering if the sisters can ever regain the unity that made them iconic, or if reality has finally exposed the cracks too deep to repair. The story serves as a stark reminder that fame and family can be both a blessing and a liability. And sometimes, the consequences of personal actions can echo far beyond the screen.